She gave me a big old kiss at the airport. I think I'm in trouble now that I'm home. Okay, so what I have here are 3 russet potatoes that I'm going to bake, and I'm going to make Potatoes Romanoff. I'll show you how to make it. I'm not going to explain it right now. And you really want your potatoes to bake with aluminum on them so that the skins stay moist, because you're going to grate the whole potato. So since I don't have enough aluminum, I'm just going to use this lid and this pan here, this glass ceramic pan, to bake them in. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to refrigerate them, and in about 24 hours, when they're nice and cool, then I'll start working on them. So let me get these in the oven. I'm setting the temperature about 445, 450, something like that. Don't really matter. I just reach temperature. So that's 1 star of the show, because that's going to be a very good dish. The second star of the show is the Delmonico steak. Delmonico steak is really just a thick cut steak, and this is a ribeye. So I'm going to do a couple things to it. First, I'm going to salt and pepper each side. Then I'm going to add some onion salt to it. Now you may think I'm adding too much salt, but you know what? The salt, the steak has got so much great marmalade to it that it'll actually sweat some of it off. So, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some pureed garlic. And this really does set the flavor of this steak apart. And when I turn it over, I'll be sure to get the sides too. Now the next thing I'm going to use is Italian herbs. This is, I'm cheating a little bit here because you know, it costs so much money to buy all these different herbs, and then you end up not using half of them. So this is a 4-ounce package, cost me about $5, and what it has in it is it's got basil, oregano, parsley, thyme, rosemary. So, and this is what it looks like. It's already all mottled, is what it's called. So I'm just going to spread some of this on like this. I'm not being shy with this stuff here. Now, simple enough, huh? So, okay, let me get this side here. Okay, salt, pepper. So my wife's been gone for a week, and so I'm making this dinner for her. I'm picking her up tomorrow. Here's a garlic salt or onion salt. Okay, so you got to make sure you pierce each side. Reform the steak. Now, I'm just going to cover it with some cellophane. And let this all marinate for about 24 hours, huh? So you can imagine this is going to taste really super good. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so this is a shallot. You need to cut it down here like this. And just peel this top layer off like this. Do a fine dice. So I'm going to do a Alright, it's been about an hour and 15 minutes. Now, what we're looking for is for the knife to go in easily, and it does. Look how easy it goes in. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit here at room temperature for a while and just cool down, and then I'll refrigerate it. And now we're going to prepare our baked onion. It's just a basic white onion. She's going to use a tomato shark, and what she's doing is just going around the root end so that when she peels it, it breaks off right there. So now I took the whole root end off. See? Come on, keep going. Okay, now what she's going to do is cut it so that it allows the oil and salt to seep into the onion. Probably 4 slices like that. Lots of salt. Okay, that's good. She's going to put it in this little stand that she made. And we're going to bake this along with the Potatoes Romanoff. These are grated up potatoes, baked potatoes that I did. It's got a pinch of cayenne pepper, salt, and pepper. Now we're going to add about 2 cups of white cheddar cheese sharp. And then we're going to add the minced shallots I just did. And then Michelle's going to toss it with a pair of forks. The whole thing being is that you want to keep this dish light. You don't want to pack it all down. You want it to be light. So she's just going to do that. So, and it comes together pretty quick, as you can see. So, and that's pretty good. And go ahead and add about 2/3 of that container of sour cream. That's pretty good, yeah. Same thing, just toss it with the forks. Keep it all light. So how was your trip?
Wonderful.
Was you laying around the house all day?
No. I was busy.
Doing what?
Helping my mother. We went to the potter shed. Looked at pottery.
Okay, so she's going to continue. She's going to just continue mixing this up. Okay, now what she's going to do, she's going to fill each one of these boats. Now these boats are oven proof. They're made to be baked in. Make sure you fluff them up with your fork. How it's packed in. Pack them high, pack them high. For just a little bit of color, Michelle's going to add some smoked paprika. Just a little bit, not too much. That's good. Kind of looks like potato salad, but it's not. Okay, I'm going to pop these in the oven. These are going in for 25 minutes. And as you can see, my onion is looking great. So, about 25 minutes. Okay, so now I am getting ready to make our green beans. I want to add some of these peppers. The way that you do that is you cut from the outside and leave all the white membrane inside of there. See that? So now what you do is skin side down, you matchstick it like this. You bring them all together. And that is it. So, okay, so here's the water. It's about ready to boil. I add some of this Himalayan salt to it. I like to salt it pretty good because most of the salt goes to waste, but some of it will stick. So what I'm going to do, so I have these green beans, and I'm going to cover it. When I take them out, I'm going to put them in an ice bath so it stops them from cooking, and that's going to retain the color. I'm only going to bring it up to a boil, let it cook about 4 minutes, and that's it. I'm going to go with my green beans. All I did is I got our onion and I cut the end off, both ends off, and took the peel off. That's all you do, easy peasy. Okay, so I'm going to be cooking 2 dishes simultaneously. This skillet here is going to be for the Delmonicos, and so I'm going to add this first. Let this butter cook up a little bit. Has to be a little bit of a brown butter, which means the butter's just going to basically turn brown from cooking. So nice level stove, I see. Alright, that's good enough. So here's my Delmonicos right here. Cook 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Now this pan over here, I'm going to cook our green beans. I'm just going to add some good old rich olive oil. So, okay, so our pan is nice and hot. We got to watch these burners. They like to play games with us. So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure my green beans are as dry as possible. Go ahead and add my onions and my peppers and my red pepper. I'm adding my onions right now because I want them to be a little bit crunchy. My Delmonicos are red burners. So I like to turn them a couple times because I don't want a real hard sear on either side. So I let them cook a little bit on each side, and that gives me the nice tender texture that I'm looking for. Other thing I like to do is I like to spoon my butter mixture over the top of the steaks. that starch that I took. I have my garlic and my ginger. And a little bit of soy sauce. A little bit of pepper. Not put any salt for this because the soy is salty. Right here too. I'm going to give the green beans one last toss. Take the pepper out. And while these Delmonicos are resting, I'll just serve these up. I got some toasted sesame seeds here that I just did. Okay, and dinner is served. Let's go to the table. Sure looks good, huh?
Yes, it does.
Oh, look how these potatoes turned out. Nice and crunchy on top and everything. Go ahead and cut it in half.
Onion.
Cut it up a little bit. Potatoes are just perfect.
Ooh, look at that onion.
Mmm. Those are the best potatoes ever. Potatoes Romanoff. These are really good, huh? How's this onion? This onion came out really good.
These are delicious.
Does your steak cook well enough? Should be medium rare.
Pretty rare.
It's perfect.
Very tender for sure.
Can you taste those herbs? It's hard to cook on a stove that wants to burn everything.
That's delicious.
We can sure taste those herbs. Let's have some of this onion.
Steak is so tender.
Take a bite of that meat with those potatoes. It's out of this world. Sky Souls, we're going to shout down, man.